live from the studio of LJPCBM. It's Fridays with LukeJ62895. And now the host of Fridays with LukeJ62895, the founder of LukeJ62895 Productions LLC, LukeJ62895, aka Luke Jeffers.
Thank you, DC Comics fan 2004. Hello, people. This is Luke Jerry speaking. Welcome to Friday's LukeJ62895, episode number 345. And join me for this episode is Remix Palm, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm no Billy Moody, but hey everybody, happy Friday, and hope everybody's safe from the hurricane tropical storm known as Elsa, because she was one mean, furious, you know what. So hope everybody's safe from this nasty storm that you guys had recently. But thanks everybody, and let's get on with today's episode.
Now, before I begin today's episode topics, I gotta do a segment called What I've Watched on Paramount Plus, and that is of course Beavis and Butthead, very best of my Judge collection, season one, episode numbers 2 to 5, and then I got free death topics followed by 2 more topics to talk about now. So let's do it. Richard.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, I got 4 topics, and there's no game segments for today's episode.
Yeah, it's probably because we have to do it for just 2 hours, because I have to attend a birthday party for a friend of mine, which, if you watch this book, happy birthday to you. You're a great friend of mine for the past since 2014, where we've been to Ambucks together, you know.
But the game segment will return, everyone, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned,
the game will be back. And if you guys are wondering where Billy Moody is, let's just say that the Cookie Monster locked his room, and so him and Elmo playing patty cake together.
Oh, God.
That's what happened to Billy, by the way. So, if you guys are wondering, no, John Matt did not lock him up in his own room. If it was, that'd be scary. But
oh,
no,
God. Help me.
He probably had other things to do. Sorry, Billy. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Yep. So.
But yeah, so as of this moment, Billy is playing patty cake with Elmo. So there you guys go on that.
Yeah,
on
my
that
confidential PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
And not only he was playing with Elmo playing patty cake, he was also playing the letter adventure game on the PlayStation.
What?
Probably the letter game or the number journey, either one on PlayStation, and he got so addicted he got into the Sesame Street word. He's like, what am I doing in this huge numbers? It's like, oh, there's 6. Oh, there's 9. What does that say? 69, dude.
Oh, God.
So
those are numbers, not
Billy.
letters.
And then the next thing you know, he was in a movie of Elmo and Grouchland.
Oh, God.
Trying to get back home.
Yeah.
You know, from Grouchland to Florida.
Or I don't know. Either that or maybe follow that bird. We'll see.
So anyway, Billy would be back at some point.
Sometime next season. Watches Billy.
Yeah, it's just for entertainment purposes only, Billy. So just understand that, alright? Because that's what this show is about when I'm here. You know.
Yeah. Still.
Because in season 8, we're gonna have a full of shenanigans on season 8. So.
I agree. Which is gonna be a huge excitement coming up and other things. So still.
As like I said, I mean, Billy tried to feed Cookie Monster, Pop Tarts, and the Cookie Monster's like, yeah, I don't like that garbage.
God help me.
And so that's what happened.
That's what happened, folks.
But anyway, yeah. So Billy will be back next week, whenever. And yeah, so that's all I have. Like I said, I got 4 topics, so let's not waste any time, and let's get into Wikipedia. I'll mute my mic so Luke can go ahead and read everything on Wikipedia, and then we'll move along to the show because I'm going to be here till on 4:55 because I got Will One Radio to do. And by the way, Will One Radio Friday edition. It's Christmas in July episode. So what does that mean? That means we got one Christmas song we're going to be playing. And I will let you guys know on how you send in your request because if you do send in a music request that's a Christmas holiday music, I'm only going to allow one Christmas song on an episode. So no more than one. If you send in another Christmas song, I'm going to ask you to request a different song that's not a holiday music because I'm only allowing one Christmas song per show. The Monday,
I agree.
Thursday, and
I
Friday
agree.
editions. So just so you guys know, and that's that. All right.
That's
so
that.
Anyway, that being said, Luke, go ahead.
Thanks, Remix. Richard Donner. He was an American director and producer in film and television, and actually comic book writer. After directing the horror film The Omen in 1976, he directed the superhero film The Superman in 1978, starring Christopher Reeve. Excuse me. Excuse me. Donner went on to direct movies such as The Goonies and Scrooge in 1988 and 1985 respectively, while still in the buddy film genre called With a Weapon movie series. He and his wife, producer Warren, owned the production company, The Donner's Company, formerly known as Storm Donner Productions. Okay? Best known for producing the Free Willy and X-Men franchises. In 2000, he received the President Awards for the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy and Horror films, and so forth. Film historian Michael Barson wrote that Donner was one of Hollywood's most reliable mark makers of the action blockbusters. Okay, he was born Richard Donald Schwarzenberg on April 24th, 1930, in the Bronx, New York, and to Russian Jewish parents. He Horowitz and Fred Schwarzenberg. His father owned a small furniture management business, and his mother was a stay-at-home mom. He has a sister, Joan. His grandfather owned a movie theater in Brooklyn, which had early influence in participating in film. After graduating from high school, Donner served in the U.S. Navy, becoming an actual photographer. He briefly attended New York University, but left to pursue a career in acting, relocating to Los Angeles. Television. His television career began and what eventually became what Donner wanted to develop a career as an actor. He gained a bit part in the television program directed by Martin Witt, who encouraged Donner to become a director instead. Witt hired Donner as his assistant. Later, Donner was on the staff of Desilu, which he directed commercials. Wow. He translated television dramas in the late 50s, directing some episodes of the Steve McQueen Western stereo Wanted Dead or Alive, and the Chuck Connors Western The Riverman. Okay? During his early career as a director, he worked on over 25 television series, including Half God Will Travel, The Fugitive, Combat, Get Smart, The Man from Uncle, The Wild Wild West, Gillian's Island, Kojak, Tales of the Crypt, and The Twilight Zone, such as episodes Nightmare of 20,000 Feet, starring William Shatner, and Flamingos with Love, starring Wally Cox, as well as the serial Danger Island from the children's program Banana Splits. his film career began when his first feature film was X-15 in 1961, which starred David McLean and Lean Havenhouse, Charles Bronson, and Mary Tyler Moore, the late Mary Tyler Moore, that is. 7 years passed before he directed his next Salt and Pepper in 1968 with Sammy Davis Jr. and Pierre Mumford. His breakthrough film was The All Men in 1976, a supernatural horror made in the wake of the success of The Exorcist. The film stars Gregory Peck, David Warner, and Lee Remick. It was the fifth highest grossing movie in 1976. Wow. Superman in 1978. He was in 1978 he was directed the Superman the movie, starring Christopher Reeve in the title role. In this worldwide project, Reeve to international fame. Wow. The film co-starred Margaret Kerr as Lois Lane, Marlon Brando as Jor-El had announced it, and Gene Hackman as arch-villain Lex Luthor. And as the box office, it grossed over $134 million domestically. Wow. Principal photography of Superman included the film in its first sequel, Superman 2. Dyer filmed most of Superman 2 with the exception of he would complete the sequel after the release of the Superman. Despite the film's first film's success, Dyer was fired from Superman 2. Throughout the filming of Superman 2, Dyer had a difficult relationship with executive producers Alexander Salkind and Alexander Salkind. These are the two Salkinds that we're talking about here. And producer Perry Spengler have announced it. Salkinds refused Dyer's demand that Spengler be fired. Instead, Salkinds replaced Dyer as director of Superman 2 with Richard Lester, who have worked with the Salkinds on The Three Musketeers and The Four Musketeers as uncredited producer of Superman. Following Dyer's dismissal, Marlon Brando's scenes were removed for Superman 2, and much of the film was reshot under the Lester's direction. Gene Hackman refused to return the reshoots. Consequently, all the Lex Luthor scenes that appear in Superman 2 were filmed by Donner, although Donner refused to be credited. Rotten Tomatoes subtly stated that Superman 2 meets its and now extends that the standard set by the professor. Donner continued to promote the view that his determination was to inspire the rest of the series. Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, was released on November 28th, 2006, the same day as the DVD release of the Superman film Superman Returns. The version of the film features a restoration of Marlon Brando scene of Jor-El having now set and realized on the minimum footage shot by Richard Lester. Okay. Post-Superman career. Dyer directed mixed commercial flops. Inside Moves, Radio Flyer, and successes, The Goonies, The Evil Weapon series, Scrooge, and Compulsory Theory. Okay. In the case of Superman, it was Dyer who visited that subject of the comic book superhero that should be treated straight, that is, portrayed with respect by the fantasy genre's particular conventions and tone, rather than camp. That approach strongly influenced their genre directors such as Tim Burton, Batman Returns, Bryan Singer, X-Men X2, X-Men Days of the Future Past, Christopher Nolan, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, and Zack And Zack Snyder of Man of Steel, The Worst of Them All, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, who have made successful superhero films in their own. Wow. Lethal Weapon in 1987 to 1998. Donner's next blockbuster film was an action comedy, Lethal Weapon, written by Shane Black. It was starred Mel Gibson as a well-known detective with a suicidal bet, who breaks in every role for the sheer joy of it. It co-starred Dave Glover as a calm, homicide detective with a loving family and consideration for retirement. Wow. The film's action sequences were considered truly spectacular and made films one of the year's biggest hits. Directed 6 films during Mel Gibson's total. Created a Lethal Weapon franchise with 3 sequels. The last of these was Lethal Weapon 4, released in 1998. In the interview in 2000, Gibson described his impression of Donner. I'm not gonna say the D word. Yeah, he's a great guy, just terrific, extremely professional. He's an old veteran, and he's an understanding of film that is a combination of years of experience. He got his technical stuff down, his vision down. No matter what you say about it underrates him. He really loves what he's doing. Loves working with actors. It allows you the freedom to explore of all kinds of areas. Alright, kid, he'll say, and slap you in the back. Let you try something because he doesn't know something sometimes. Excuse me. He'll just an extremely calm, charming, talented, great. I'm not gonna say the F word. Guy. I love him. Donner's cousins, actor Steve Collin, okay, who played a policeman Tragedy Otis in Superman the movie and played Captain Ed Murphy in the Lethal Weapon movie franchise. Donner also cast Collin in his other films. Wow. X-Men. Donner became the executive producer for the 2000 Marvel Comics film X-Men, then executive producer in the 2009 X-Men prequel, X-Men Origins Wolverine. In addition, Donner's wife has produced all of the films in the X-Men film series under the Donner's comedy brand. On October 16, 2008, Lawrence Shore Donner received stars in the double ceremony of the Hollywood Walk of Fame for their achievements in motion pictures located 6712 Hollywood Boulevard. Wow. Now it's for his comic books. One of Donner's assistants in the late 90s was comic book writer Jeff Johns. In October 2006, Donner, Johns, and artist Am Colbert became a new creative team of Action Comics. The publishers most time honor publication of one of DC Comics' 2 main Superman titles. Together, Johns and Donner's collaborated with the story's Last Son and Escaped from Bizarro World, both of which he have been released in collection books form. Donner and Johns also co-wrote a story from Action Comics 1000, wow, released in April of 2018. Book release on November 10th, 2010. Donner's authorized biography. You're the director, you'll figure it out. The Life and Films of Richard Donner by James Christie was published by Bear Minor Media. The book features a foreword by Mel Gibson. Script Magazine described the book as an engaging portrait of well-hearted and if also gruff man who would justly be considered the modern. How do you pronounce it? Okay. The court variant of Victor Fleming, the director of Wizard of Oz and Gone for the Wind, and Michael Corris. Wow. A highly talented producer, director of motion pictures, and Fred Sprill and the studio system and made some pretty good pictures to boot. Wow. The director's goal of America called the book a compelling study a brilliant Bosky risk taker who was a director even before he was aware of it. That LB captures Donner's joy in the double doing a good job he loves. He died on the day after Independence Day, which is last Monday. Cause of his death has not yet been revealed. He was 91 years old. My next one is Robert Downey Sr., not Jr., because I want to talk about Jr. At another point, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. But anyway, it's my condolences with the Jr. and his family. But anyway, his name is Robert John Downey Sr., by the way. He was born Robert Ellis Jr. That was his name, by the way. He was an American actor, director, producer, writer, cinematographer, and the father of actor Robert Downey Jr. He was best known for acting, having written and directed the overground film Penny Swope at the center of New York Madison Avenue advertising world. According to film scholar Weir Weston Dixon, Downey Sr.'s films during the 1960s were strictly to take no prisoners' affairs with minor budgets and outrageous satire, how to pronounce it? Satire, okay, whatever you pronounce it, but anyway. Effectively pushing forward the counterculture agenda of the day. He was born Robert Ellis Jr. on the Manhattan Bronx in New York City on June 24th, 1936. The son of Elizabeth Nee McLaughlin, how I pronounce it, a model, and Robert Ellis Sr., who worked in the management of models and restaurants. His paternal grandparents were Waldron Jules, while his mother was half of Hadrian Jewish and half Irish Irishries. He grew up in Rockville, Central New York. How I pronounce it, but anyway. He changed his surname to Downey after his stepfather, James Downey, where he wanted to enlist in the U.S. Army while began underage. Downey later said he wrote an unpublished novel during his time in the Army, but spent much of his military center in the stockade, how I pronounce it, but anyway. Downey eventually made his mark creating basement budgets, independent films, actually with the emerging movement, coming age of counterculture, actually establishment in 1960s America. He worked in the late 1960s up until the 1970s, was slightly anti-establishment, reflecting non-conformingly popularized by larger counterculture movements and given budgets for new freedoms in new films, okay, such as a breakdown of codes and censorship. In keeping with the underground tradition, his 1970s films were independently made on shoestring budgets and were largely hardcore and assorted movement, fine culture normally. In 1961, working with film editor Fred von Barnewitz, Downey began writing and directing low-budget 60mm films to gain an underground following. Beginning with Ball's Bluff in 1961, a fantasy short about the Civil War soldier who wakes in Central Park in 1961. Okay? He moved into big-budget filmmaking with a surrealistic Greaser's Palace in 1972. His last film was Rittenhouse Square in 2005, a documentary capturing life in Philadelphia Park. Downey's film was often family affairs. His first wife, Elise, was appearing for these movies. Captain Elbows, okay, Pal, Greaser Palace, and Moment to Moment, as well as his co-writing one, Moment to Moment. Okay, Dara Allison and son Robert Jr. each made their film debuts in 1970. It was for a comedy, Pal, in the ages 7 and 5, respectively. Allison will appear in one more film by her father, Up the Cabby. Robert's Jr. briefly acting resume includes appearances in the 8 films directed by his father: Pal, Greaser's Palace, Movement, Up the Cabby, America, Red His Lips, Too Much Sun, and Helga Paul. As well as 2 acting appearances in movies, where his father was also an actor: Johnny B. Good and Hell Seizure. Okay? Now, I don't know what's up with this, but this is a list of movies he was in. But anyway, Downey was married 3 times in his personal life. His first marriage was with actor Lisa Ann Downey in 1934 to 2014, whom he had 2 children: actor writer Allison Downey, 1963, and actor Robert Downey Jr., born 1965. The marriage ended in divorce in 1975. His second marriage to actor writer Laura Aarons lasted until January 27, 1994, death from atopic dermatitis. Wow. In 1998, he married his third wife, Rosemary Rogers, author of Random House bestseller Saints Preserve Us, and 7 other books. They lived in New York City until he died at his home in Manhattan on July 7, 2021. He had battled Parkinson's disease for 5 years. He was 85 years old. Now for my last topic, has to do with Suzanne Douglas. She was an American actress. She was best known for her role as Monarch Jerry Patterson on WB sitcom The Parenthood, starring Robert Townsend, how I pronounce it, who ran from 1995 to 1999. Douglas portrayed Amy Sims in the 1989 dance drama film Tap, alongside Gregory Hines and Sammy Davis Jr., who received an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Modern Motion Picture. In addition to Tap, Douglas has starred in several other motion pictures, among them How Stella Got Her Groove Back in 1998, Jesus Lark in 1994, The Inkwell Night the same year, as well as the 2003 Disney ABC version of the song with called Lumbee. Okay. Douglas also well known for her portrayal of Kissy Houston in the Lifetime TV movie Whitney in 2015. In 2019, she appears as the mother of one of the main characters in When They See Us on Netflix, directed by Ava DuVernay. She was born in Chicago on April 12, 1957, to the parents. I don't know what her parents' name were, but anyway, she was one of 4 children born to Willis May Thompson. Okay, and Donald Douglas Sr. Raised by a single mother, Donald grew up in a public housing complex on the city's south side. She became interested in arts as a child, starting in 1965 sound music as an inspiration of acting. Okay. Douglas attended Foreign Township High School, graduated in 1975. After high school, she studied at the Illinois State University, graduating with a Bachelor's of Art degree. She later became a student in the Master's program in Jazz Vocals in the prosperous Manhattan School of Music, and earned a master's degree in music. Her career began when Douglas had numerous television guest appearances, most notably Ball, Bones, and The Good Wife. She also appeared on the Parkers, The Cosby Show, Law and RCI, NYPD, Blue, and Touched by the Angel. On stage, Douglas performed in the role of Diver, I pronounce it, and the Tree Penny Opera, starring Sting and Dr. Barry and Witt. Okay, when she was the first African American to perform the role. Douglas was a two-time Emmy Award winner, and it was also a Black Oscar, a real award, and the Mary Martin Award. Douglas appears in real Donald film Changing the Game in 2011. She was married to radiologist Roy Jonathan Cobb in February 1989 together. They have one daughter. Douglas is an honorary member of the Semataya Sawyer, where she would serve as a board of an honorary co-chair of the Commission of Arts and Letters and for 13 years. In the committee, she was a lifetime member of the Girl Scouts of USA, National Council of Natural Woman, Sema Aqua, Live National Leadership Honors Organization, and Jack and Jill America. She died on last Tuesday at her home of Martha's Vineyard. She had been suffering from pandemic cancer for 2 years leading after her death. She was 64 years old. Now, let's get to the moment of silence reflection in regard to the 3 deaths I mentioned right now. Thank you. Rest in peace, Richard Donner, Robert Downey Sr., and Suzanne Douglas. Now, I have 2 more topics to read, and that is, of course, one of them has to do with the marriage of that has been on for 75 years. And what I'm talking about, the names are Jimmy and Roseanne Carter marks 75th year of their wedding anniversary. Now, it's been 75 years since President Carter and Mrs. Carter celebrated their wedding anniversary, and I want to talk about it now. Okay? Former President Jimmy Carter, the longest living president, has accomplished a lot of his 96 years. But his longest running accomplishment in this marriage for former First Lady Roseanne Carter. The couple celebrated their 75th anniversary last Wednesday, marking their nearing 8 decades of philanthropy, travel, family, and love. The Carter started dating in 1945 when Mr. Carter, then a U.S. Naval Academy, then needed a date when he was home. His younger sister set up him a family friend, Eleanor Roseanne Smith. Mr. Carter already had a crush on her, the Associated Press reports. Since that night, the Carters went on to become a Navy family, a farming family, and then the first family. They were married in and then they become President of the United States and First Lady respectively in 1978. But anyway, we developed a partnership when we were working in the farm supply business, and it was continued when Jimmy got involved in politics. Mrs. Carter 93 told the AP in the interview ahead of their anniversary. I knew more on paper about the business than he did. Take my advice about things. And I agree. Mrs. Carter also said his wife is much more political. I love it. She and Jack did have to pronounce it. I love campaign. I was the best time. I was all in the States. In the United States, I campaigned solid every day to the last time we ran. When her husband was elected the president in 1977, Mrs. Carter set for standing for First Ladies while working alongside her husband's aides. She held help with key legislation, including health care and mental health. Okay. After he left the Oval Office, Mr. Carter and his first wife built the Carter Center in Atlanta. The center, founded in partnership with Emory University is committed to human rights and the violation of human suffering. Okay? The CERS project, Goose Health, it violates like the International Task Force for Disease, Everyday Eradication, and Peace, Invitates have announced like this Covenant Validation Program, which is working on the violating conflicts of Syria, Palestine, and Israel, and Saddam. Have announced it. The couple was also personally involved in having that for their ability, and by 2018, they had to put in 44 years by helping make more than 400,000 homes in 14 countries. Aside from all the hard work, the car is also helped known for best side-by-side for 35 years, making them the largest married president couple in American history, according to AP. The former president said that marriage is a full partnership. The couple has 4 children together, and 4 different Christians. They read the Bible all aloud every night. Okay? My biggest secret is to marry the right person if you want to have a long-lasting marriage, Mr. Carter told the AP. Every day there needs to be a correlation between the two spouses, the former president said. We don't get to sleep and with some remaining difference between us. To mark the 60th anniversary in 2006, the couple planned a party in their hometown, fresh out in a trip to, I'm not going to say the N word, sorry. Similar to Carter's, will host a bash in Plains, Georgia. This week is marked the 75th anniversary wedding thing. This had to be made too many people invited. Mr. Carter told the AP with a laugh, I'm actually planning to turn down some regrets. Now, this is that's their celebration to celebrate President Carter and Mrs. Carter's celebration. I just feel like when I saw this, it was on PBS NewsHour. I was freaking out about this. So, Remix, what are your thoughts on this?
Sorry, Luke, what's the question?
What are your thoughts on Mrs. Carter and President Carter celebrating their 75th wedding anniversary?
Oh. I guess it's alright. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted. Oh, it's the marriage of Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, to celebrate the 75th wedding anniversary. Yeah.
Oh well, congrats.
Yeah.
And yeah, it takes me a second to unmute my mic because I have to tap on the circle just to unmute my mic. So you gotta do a few taps, and I wish they made it easier to just jump right in and just unmute whenever you. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fantastic. A huge milestone.
Yes. Thanks. And I got one more topic to talk about, and that's of course, I have to say at least make an announcement. Okay. I have one more shopping week left, and that'll be it until I go on vacation to see my friend Alex Paris. Because once I get done with Amazon shopping, that'll be it for until I go on vacation to see Alex in person. I'm not sure where it's going to be as of yet, but that's just me. But anyways, guys, that's all my topics right now. Now let's go on to his 4 topics.
Thank you, Luke. And by the way, I was typing something on the Discord thing in the chat room.
Yeah.
And Andrew stopped by and said hi to you, Luke.
Hang on. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? David?
Yeah, and David hit 600.
Congrats, David!
And that means he's going to be doing a 12-hour stream. And like I said, David, do take it easy because I don't want anybody, to die from doing a long stream, and be safe, be careful what you do, and do the awesome stream that you can, do the best you can.
Yeah.
So, so
Hey, Andrew,
congrats,
how you
David.
doing, buddy?
Yeah, and I put your name, and I sent you a thing on Messenger, and I said Luke cookie,
Yeah.
and laugh out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like cookie. um, so for my phone topics, before I get to it, I just want to say I refreshed the coat of paint of my radio show after two shows. I decided to revamp the logo because I wasn't satisfied with the logo in the first.
Mhm.
And from now on, from episode 3 until till today or whatnot, you're gonna be seeing the new Remix radio logo, and I posted it on DeviantArt, and it's sitting at 15 views. So thank you everybody,
Thank you.
and a fresh coat of paint for Remix Radio, which is 6 p.m. Wednesday evenings, and for the third episode, I'm probably gonna invite Chris Kennedy onto the show,
Wow.
and we're gonna do something really special on the show
Mhm.
because we're going to be playing his new album. Chris Candy plays his hits, and we're gonna play one song, and he's gonna be joining me live, so he'll probably be able to hear it as much as I will be able to hear it.
Mhm.
And then Chris will be joining me, and we're gonna play his song live on the radio show. And you don't want to miss it. It's gonna be an epic third episode, and I'm itching to do the third episode,
So.
but just gotta see when Chris can be around in order for that to happen. And I do want to have other guests with me on Remix Radio. I want to invite Andrew Hawken if he's watching this. Andrew.
Wow.
And so Remix Radio. It is an awesome show. It's my show, obviously. I'm the host of it,
Yeah.
and it's on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern as part of We're One Radio Originals. And the second episode is by far the best episode I've done, and I cannot wait to do the third show. It's going to be an epic show episode, if you want to call it that. So Remix Radio, fresh coat paint, and that's that. And the other thing is Cartoon Explosion. We want to say thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart and everybody's. We want to say thank you, everybody, for the amazing 5 years. And you guys are truly awesome. And I don't know how we would be able to be here for 5 years straight. And we're looking forward to be doing a lot of great things for Cartoon Explosion, especially in the fall. Because in the fall, we are going to reboot Cartoon Explosion in a whole new way, and that is we're going to be dropping the Cartoon Explosion the network name, and we're going to simply be known as Cartoon Explosion, and that's about it.
So.
And also everybody, after we do the last presentation, that we'll have the Cartoon Explosion logo, simply that. Um, we're going back to Cartoon Explosion the network
Yeah.
until the fall. So by the time Cartoon Explosion launches and it reboots itself, Cartoon Explosion and Network will be dropped, and it'll be under a new name, simply Cartoon Explosion. So yeah, because like I said, there was a preview of it all month in June, and then I decided we're gonna go back to using Cartoon Explosion the network and use that until when the fall hits, and then we're gonna get rid of the name entirely, and we're gonna
Yeah.
be simply be known as Cartoon Explosion. So, and
So.
don't worry, guys, we're not, like I said, this is gonna be the final time that we're gonna have the words Cartoon Explosion the network, because after the fall, we're dropping the name completely, and we're gonna be be known as Carlton Explosion, because it fits better in the name, and that way it doesn't take up the entire space, and I'll have more playing area and whatnot. So, but yeah, thank you everybody for the amazing 5 years. It is awesome.
Mm.
So those are the two quickies. So now for my topics, let's see. So I'm going to save the Microsoft Office for last because that's a biggie.
Yeah, and
So we're going to talk about.
sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt,
go ahead.
but Bowman said just 399 away from 1,000 subs. Yeah, I agree, Bowman.
Well, congrats, Bowman.
Yeah, he
And like I said, Bowman, I gotta send him a link to the premiere tonight on my YouTube channel.
No. He replied
What?
to David, not to he did not have 1,000 subscribers.
Okay, my apologies, but okay, I didn't know what he was talking. Anyway. Yeah. So Bowman congratulating David. That's great.
Hmm.
Okay. I kind of missed both there, but anyway.
Yeah. You did.
So my first
You
topic,
did. You did. Anyway. Continue on.
well, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the sequel to the first one.
Mhm.
Because I have it on iTunes, Luke has it on 4K Blu-ray,
Yeah.
and we can probably say that it is an awesome video game movie, and beating out Detective Pikachu from 2017 or 2018, and there is a mixed opinion on this movie. I like the movie. Luke hates it, but I kind of enjoy it because I like Pokemon stuff. But we'd rather be watching Digimon or Monster Rancher over Pokemon. But yeah. So anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will be coming out I believe April 8th, if I'm not mistaken. Either the 8th or the 22nd. I want to say it's the 8th of April is when the sequel will be coming. And a lot of new things are gonna be coming to to the movie. I don't know if it's the official poster, but it has Sonic and it has Tails. Obviously, he's gonna be in the second one because he was only there for a brief scenes from the beginning and to the end. And Tails has been an awesome sidekick to Sonic ever since Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the video game that came out in 1992. And that was a huge hit for them, obviously. So obviously the movie is going to be just as good. So the things we're looking forward to. Well, I know that Luke's going to be excited about Jim Carrey being in the sequel.
Yeah, same here.
Playing Dr. Robotnik. Because you know what? Even though he is a comedian, but he can play a villain. Even though with the comedic side of things inside of him, he can do a villain. Just like he was a villain in The Cable Guy.
Wow.
And if you haven't seen that movie, he's like, he's gonna mess you up, but in a way. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen that one. So anyway, Luke, I know that you are looking forward to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 sequel.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it, and it was a great movie. It's gonna be an exciting movie coming up.
Well, the thing it's April 8th. Okay, so April 8th, 2022. Yeah. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait to see it because I can't wait to see how Tails is gonna play a major part of the movie. And some people like this other character, the Echidna. Some people like the character, some people don't. And I know Billy hates the character, but you gotta like the character in some way because yes, he made his debut in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but I think, for the video game Sonic Knuckles, you gotta understand that is one of the best games ever in 1994. Now, I know that it was Sonic and Knuckles going one-on-one against Donkey Kong Country, and these were two biggest games in 1994. Like, okay, well, Donkey Kong Country is better than Sonic Knuckles, and it sucks, right? And then it'd be like, oh, Sonic Knuckles is better, and Donkey Kong Country sucks. Well, I can't say they both suck because they both all amazing
They're
games.
both amazing.
And Sonic Knuckles is one of my favorite Sega Genesis games, and Donkey Kong Country is one of the best Super Nintendo games ever in 1994. So 1994 was kind of was a year like they were going one-on-one to see who was going to be better in every way. You know, like Sonic Knuckles, and then you got Donkey Kong Country. You know, and I don't pick any favoritism.
Yeah.
Because what you do is, if you want to play Donkey Kong Country for a few minutes, you do that, and then when you get tired of it, you just plug in the Sega Genesis and you play Sonic Knuckles. So
Yeah.
And they're both incredible games. I'm not saying that they both suck. They both don't suck. They both
They
are
both
an amazing
don't suck.
games.
Get your facts straight.
By Will, and Sonic Team / Sega, obviously. For the two. So, so Sonic 2 is coming out in April 8th. Everybody's still going to be around. Ben is going to be there. You got, everybody from the first one going to be in the second one. I still don't know who's going to play Tails. Don't know who's going to play him.
I don't know either.
And I don't know who's going to play Knuckles the Echidna. I have no idea.
Me either.
If it was me, I would want Colleen to play Tails in the movie, but I don't know if that's going to happen. What?
You said Colleen to play Tails.
Well, yeah. I can't pronounce her last name, but she voiced the character in the animated cartoon. Like Sonic Boom, and apparently she left, and then for some reason she came back. I don't know if she's staying for good, but she better stay.
She better stay.
Yeah, because she's wonderful playing the main character, but I can sit here and talk about it all day. But so I don't know who's gonna play Tails. It's either gonna be Colleen or S. I can't pronounce her last name. It's tough, but either her or Tom Holland as Tails. I don't know, but
hey Andrew.
But not really sure about who's gonna be playing him.
Andrew Hawking with us, first time ever at FWL, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and of course you can check out his episodes and the stuff that he's doing on his YouTube channel. Excuse me.
Eric, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Andrew.
Anyways, continue on, Remix. Continue on.
And but yeah, so Ben Schwartz and Jim Carrey are gonna reprise their woes, obviously, because they were great together in the first one. And but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and that's probably gonna be my anticipated movie of next year. Because the first one was so great, and again, I have it on iTunes. Luke has it on 4K Blu-ray.
Still.
And again, beating out Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the mystery remains. Who's gonna play as Tails Flower, and who's gonna play Knuckles the Echidna? It's either gonna be one of those two.
One of those two.
Tom Holland or that other one that was played the character in the cartoon TV show Sonic Boom, which is going to be coming out on Blu-ray for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope she doesn't leave. If she does leave for good, then yeah, I don't think nobody's going to play a better Miles Tails Prower than her.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't pronounce her last name.
Yeah, me either.
But I do know who she is because she's a wonderful voice actress. She voiced a lot of characters in cartoons and video games. Yeah, I mean, and you see, guys, a lot of cartoons, you know, you gotta have great voice actors and actresses.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any talented voice acting and whatnot, then yeah, I mean, cartoons are just not going to be the same, you know,
Mhm.
without having, you know, familiar voices and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like Cray Summer
Cray Summer. Yeah.
and and a bunch of other, you know, fine, you know, a lot of great voice actors and cartoons.
Especially one of my
So,
favorites, Alison Court from the Big Comfy Couch.
uh, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Um, it's going to be coming out in April 8th. Mark your calendars, and that's going to be my anticipated movie, along with the other movie from Disney Pixar, which is going to be the 25th animation movie, and the one I'm looking forward to because I've seen the movie Luca,
Yeah, I've seen bits and
and
pieces of
it is
Luca.
great. It's a
It
great
was
movie.
great, yeah.
It's at 90%. And speaking of Luca, that's my next topic.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys know that Luca is a huge hit with Pixar, some people like it, some people really don't care for it. But many of us really enjoy the movie. I've seen it recently, and on Rotten Tomatoes I give it a 5 out of 5, and it is certified fresh, which is totally awesome. And you guys thought that that was going to be a bad movie for the summer. No, it's actually a really good movie for the summer. Um, it's one of those movies that you can sit there and watch. Um, but yeah, look, I don't know if you've seen this movie, Luca, but
I
um,
haven't seen Luca. I've seen bits and pieces, just the promos and something like that. That was it, you know.
um, oh, and they're bringing Star Trek films to 4K Blu-ray for the first time.
Wow.
Cool.
They're
Uh,
awesome.
Space Jam is available on 4K.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Because next Friday, guys, it's Space Jam New Legacies coming out
Yep. Not only on HBO Max, but also from
with LeBron
Pierce.
James.
LeBron James.
Because the first one you had Michael Jordan, and this new one that's coming out next Friday, LeBron freaking James.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, I mean, and the one thing that surprised me when I saw the trailer was like, you know, Granny with her martinis. I'm like, really?
Really, dude?
It's like she's old and she's drinking martinis and doing a basketball game, and she's there in the locker room drinking martinis, and they need to get the game plan,
Oh,
and
God,
all
help
she's
me.
doing is drinking martinis. What is this? Am I watching? Am I watching something with someone drinking martinis, or they're there to win a freaking basketball game to get his son back?
Oh, God,
I mean-
help me.
Oh God.
I mean, oh God, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, I can't wait for the Space Jam movie, which is going to be on
Mhm.
HBO Max, by the way.
Yeah. Exciting stuff.
Anyway, so back on Luca, if I can type it, of course.
Yeah, it's Luca, something like that.
Yeah.
That's how you spell Luca.
And well, Luke, speaking of which, you're going to be pretty happy about this because if you haven't seen the movie on Disney Plus, well, you're now going to be able to enjoy the movie at home.
Wow. Speaking of
Which is going to be great. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I got Raya and the Last Dragon earlier this week in the mail.
Oh, that is a terrific movie. That is one of my favorite movies this year.
It was on 4K Blu-ray and digital HD. Well,
I tell you, watching that movie in 4K is going to be stunning in 4K.
Yeah, that one I got in the mail.
Oh my God, that movie is so good.
Yeah, and I found out. I figured it was on Disney, and I found out I didn't purchase it. It was Disney who started it all. So they purchased it for me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do unboxing video. I'm like, today we're gonna do unboxing video, yeah, and I gotta open this up, and so I got Raya and the Last Dragon on 4K, Blu-ray, and digital code. That was it.
Yeah, that's such a great movie, and I have the movie on iTunes, and I tell you, seeing it on a 4K TV, oh man, you're gonna be blown away, especially with, I won't give it away for people who haven't seen the movie, but it would probably look stunning in 4K.
Yeah.
Seeing Sisu the dragon, which she is one of my favorite parts of the movie. She's one of my favorites in the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And as you guys know, I'm a dragon lover. And if somebody does something to a dragon, I would be upset. Yeah, you don't mess with a dragon.
You don't mess with a dragon.
She'll kick your butt. But
she will kick your butt like this. Blah!
Yeah, and breathe fire. Yeah. So, and breathing fire and but yeah, such a excellent movie. I give that a 5 out of 5 as well.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just hoping to God that the Space Jam movie, I hope it doesn't get rotten, because if it is, oh boy, this is not going to be good for Warner Brothers, because they need to have a hit, because otherwise this is just going to be a disaster year for Warner Brothers, and yet Disney's going to be taking the crown for this year, because they would have Luca, and they have Raya and the Last Dragon, and now we got a new one that's coming out in November.
It's called Chando.
I don't know. Yeah, that one. But the one Pixar movie that I'm really excited to see is the 25th Pixar movie
called Turning
Red. And and speaking of which, the new Monsters cartoon that's on Disney that Disney did, it's on Disney Plus. I think it's
Monsters at Work.
I think that's the name of it. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
it's
Monsters Inc. was a movie, first one.
Yeah.
The prequel was Monsters University, and the TV series is Monsters at Work. That's what it's called.
That one. That's available on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's available on Disney Plus. Yeah.
So anyway, Luke, you're gonna be happy about this, and hopefully you'll be getting this in your 4K Blu-ray collection. Because Disney announced to release Luca on 4K Blu-ray and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And the two releases will be available for purchase on August the 3rd.
Yep.
So Luca's gonna be on 4K Blu-ray and Blu-ray. I think getting it on 4K Blu-ray, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome.
Every movie on Disney should be on 4K Blu-ray.
It should be.
But yeah, I've seen this movie and it's great.
It's great.
It's a really good movie. Now, you know what's weird about this movie? When I saw the MPA rating, because it's PG, obviously, it has mild language in it. I'm like, where's the profanity in this movie? Because The Incredibles 2 had profanity in it, like the D word and all that. But
which I saw in theaters.
The third time that a Pixar movie has mild language in it, and I haven't heard it in the movie. Maybe I missed it.
Maybe I missed this. Well, I haven't seen Luca before in my life, but I'll watch it.
But Anyway,
that nor Soul.
Okay. Set in a seaside town in the Italian Riviera, Disney and Pixar's Luca is a coming-of-age story about a young boy experiencing an unforgettable summer. So what they are, the two main characters, they turn into to sea monster and whatnot, and they're actually friendly sea monsters.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Don't worry.
And that's probably my favorite part about the movie is when they get in the water, the form changes into to this blue green monster thing, and I think that was a really cool thing. By mixing up the human side, when you're in town, and then you jump back in the water and you turn into that, and I think that was one of the best parts about the movie, and it was
Yeah.
really cool. And I don't know how they did it, but it was really
It
cool.
was very cool. Yeah.
Um, so um, yeah, so they all see monsters.
There are sea monsters. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this movie is incredible, and now you'll be able to get it on 4K Blu-ray.
Yep.
Um, so it has Dolby Atmos, obviously. Has a good ton of bonus features.
Wow.
Um, Secretly a sea monster. Uh, there's some deleted scenes that were cut from the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
And if you guys speak Italian, good. If not, then I feel bad.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't speak Italian. Sorry.
no, no. But anyway, so yeah, Luca on 4K Blu-ray, and it's gonna be on Blu-ray as well. So, and I know that you're definitely gonna be getting it on 4K because you have Y and the Last Dragon on 4K Blu-ray, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's just now you have to find something that you can play the 4K Blu-ray discs
Yeah, I gotta do
to play that
something, but
4K.
and first, yeah, in order for me to get the 4K Blu-ray stuff, I just want to get something. Even though I got a 4K Blu-ray collection, but I don't have a 4K Blu-ray player or a 4K or PS5 yet.
Yeah. Well, from what I can tell, the PS5 does a better job with 4K Blu-ray than Xbox.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Sony's been, and like I said, Sony's been doing, Sony has the best Blu-ray, PS3 and PS4, and uh, and by adding 4K functionality, I mean, you're probably gonna have the best experience of watching a stunning 4K movie.
Yeah.
That Sony has, with the 4K Blu-ray disc.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I have two digital 4K stuff. One was the 4K TV, and the other was a 4K Fire TV stick. That was it. That was digital.
yeah, and by the way, how's that working out?
The Fire TV stick went great on 4K, and it still works. I never got. I played Beavis and Butthead, like I said, and while watching Paramount Plus, but I did, however,
Yeah.
I did sometime 4th of July weekend. It was great, and Beavis and Butthead for episodes 3 and 4 and 5. I've been watching that, and it was great. And on Paramount, I did watch Paramount Plus on the expanded TV, not expanded TV. What am I saying? Fire TV stick, and it was great. So it was the best genre in my community.
Okay, so I've done. I don't know how many topics I've done. I covered the Sonic stuff,
You covered the Sonic stuff and Luca. You did too.
and I covered
Luca.
the Luca on 4K Blu-ray. So I know, and like I said, Luke, I wanted to surprise you with that because when I saw the announcement that this is going to be on 4K, I'm like, oh god, I gotta have this on as a topic for FWL. I gotta show Luke this,
Yes.
and he's just gonna, his jaw's gonna drop.
Yeah, my jaws
You know,
are
like,
dropping,
he's gonna be-
man.
He's gonna be sticking to, he's gonna be sticking into an office chair, and with his eyes, lighting up, in flames, and it's like, wow,
Flames?
thank you Disney for bringing this movie to 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah, even though it's a
then your jaw
4K,
drops,
yeah.
and then you become speechless afterwards.
I'll become speechless, yeah, even though it's a big thing for upcoming Christmas time. I'm not sure, but it depends on my schedule. We'll see.
And hopefully Luke, when Billy does come back next week.
No, it's
he'll-
not next week. It's
he'll-
probably next season. This is.
Oh, next season.
Yeah.
So that means he's gone for the rest of the season. Probably because he was on this bad behavior because either Mr. Bucket or the Cookie Monster just he's been a bad boy. I mean I don't know. Well, yeah, but well, I mean Billy, it was he probably has things he has to do, obviously.
Yeah,
So,
he has things. Yep.
yeah, so he has to do his thing, and hopefully, like he doesn't get locked out in his bedroom because the Cookie Monster hates Pop Tarts. I mean, who doesn't like Pop Tarts?
Who doesn't like Pop Tarts? I like Pop Tarts. Duh.
Yeah, so did I. But my favorite is strawberry.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Especially my favorite. Well, besides strawberry and anything that has to be cookie cream and s'mores. They're brand new to Pop Tarts.
Huh.
Yeah, I like the strawberry and the blue and the other ones.
Yeah, that
but
too.
I like, the chocolate. I like the chocolate fudge.
That too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and but yeah, Pop Tarts are great. But Cookie Monster doesn't think so. But well, we won't talk about him because he doesn't like that crap. But all right, so. I don't know why I said I had 4 topics, because now I can't think of the other.
It was
topic.
Office.
Well, yeah, Microsoft Office, but it's just my head spinning around because here I am on this show, being a complete goofball and making these funny jokes.
No, Remix, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
And,
It just make me laugh,
well, I try to, for the show's entertainment purposes. I mean, because you certainly can find that on a lot of, YouTubers who does this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like good old, the Went and Wait podcast, and I'm sure Andrew has his own show on his channel.
But it's now canceled.
Actually, Remix. Actually, my show has been canceled after 7 episodes.
Yes.
That stinks, but oh crap. Okay, well, until I can figure out what my other topic is, because I think I went over. Just like Price is Right, where you go over and then you cry because you went over by so many much. And yeah, and then you storm off the stage, and hopefully they don't catch you using shouting out profanities as Jews like have your friends friends. Oh my God, that's straight with I was gonna say have your friends straight Oh yeah, it's like no, you don't spay or neuter your friends. You spay and neuter your pets.
Pets,
not your friends.
duh.
You got it right. You got it right.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh God. Well, anyway, while I think about my other topic, I think I said I had 4, but I think I'm gonna just do 3 because I even forgot what the last topic was gonna be.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, well, because like I said, I do forget sometimes.
Yeah, you do forget. Yep.
I mean, it's just me.
It's just you. Yeah.
So, yeah, Microsoft Office gonna be getting a new redesign of the fluid interface that they're calling it, and it looks nice. And they are getting rid of the ribbon feature, which I'm sad that it's gone. But
Yeah.
at the same time, in favor of this new interface, because I was complaining about it in Office 2019, where they kept the same, interface from 2016,
Yeah.
and it's like we was in the year 2019, and you guys didn't come up with a way to, give us a new user interface, because this was 2019, so this was kind of like 2016 and a half. It's like part 2 of 2016. And yeah, I think that's where they missed the boat. But and God forbid they better add some new translations and some new animations, because
Yeah.
I use the software a lot, especially with Microsoft PowerPoint,
Mhm.
because believe it or not, Microsoft PowerPoint really did save the day. When I did the game shows on my YouTube channel, and they really did help out a lot, especially you know doing having the contestants, like we did in the quick pick randomizer, and then we did a game that involved in a PowerPoint presentation, and PowerPoint's been helping out, and also the way you make in credits with it, with the music, it just adds in a nice touch to the PowerPoint presentation. Um, and obviously Excel. So if you don't, you know, if you're not that good of math, you can use Microsoft Excel and type in, the numbers and stuff. Like if you're doing a Wheel of Fortune game or Deal or No Deal, and you want to
Mm.
add up the total, but you don't want to do it in the paper. Well,
Yeah.
you can just use Excel and just type it in, and it does the work for you.
Yeah.
And spreadsheets are awesome. Especially if you the kind of guy that does the on-camera ones of Wheel of Fortune, like I did with Wheel of Fortune Junior. And by the way, Wheel of Fortune Junior is doing really well on my YouTube channel. It has 31,000 views,
Wow.
which is amazing. Yeah, the very first game, and I'm so humbled to hit 31,000.
Yeah, which I did a
Um,
reaction to on my own
and that
Top
that
Harry
was the one
episode.
that made me famous.
It made you famous.
And now I got other plans for Wheel of Fortune stuff, that I talked to Luke earlier before we started the stream. One of which, I want to really stream the 1995 version of Wheel of Fortune by Tiger. Because if you remember those Tiger electronic games in the 90s, then you're super awesome at
Yeah.
that. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune, I definitely gonna do the 95 one. I know people like, do the 95 one.
Yeah. People like do the
And for a
95 one.
while, I had the 1998 one, which was the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Uh, that one was new and improved, and the screen was a bit larger, so it can fit in more puzzles and whatnot. Um, and the one I watched recently today is the Wheel of Fortune crossword. So it's like a mashup between doing a crossword puzzle with Wheel of Fortune elements into it. And that
Wow.
would be really fun to do. Because not only you gotta solve one puzzle, but you gotta solve 3 or even more.
Mhm.
And when you solve the first puzzle, then the round doesn't end, because you have to solve the other 2 puzzles in order to bank the money that you earn. And if you don't win and the other player gets it, then you don't get anything. So
Mhm.
you have to win. You have to win all 3 of the puzzles, or how many in the puzzle, in order to bank the money. And whoever has the most money obviously goes to the bonus round. The bonus round's a bit weird, because you have to pick, like, well, in the original you pick, um, well, they actually give you the RSTLNE and all that. But in this one, you have to pick 2 vowels, which is
Wow.
unheard of in the crossword. So 2 vowels and other consonants. So it's unlike any other Wheel of Fortune game, where you have just one puzzle and you choose one vowel and the remaining 3, but 9 crosswords. So you have to, because you have to do 2 vowels because it's basically a crossword puzzle. So it's like a crossword puzzle meets Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have owned that game. I'm so upset that I never owned it because I've owned the other Wheel of Fortune games. I've owned the '95 one, the '98, and the Junior one. And obviously you have the Junior edition. And that was the one that I kept spending $10,000 and winning, and it's like, don't you dare play to win this. I'll, oh, but yeah. So um, anyway, yeah. So Office, we're getting a new redesign, like I said, for Windows 11. It's going to support a new user interface on everything. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, and obviously on Windows Publisher. So they're going to update the interface on all of them, including Publisher, which is only on Windows. I don't know why it's not on the Mac. I mean, it's like, is this a Windows only program and you can't do it on the Mac? Well, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to support a new user interface. This is going to be a game changer, on how productivity, how we still use these machines for productivity, on top of entertainment, playing games and chatting with other people.
Yeah.
But productivity is another big thing when it comes to it, and why computers sell, because you want to be productive, and that's what this Office thing does, and it does it so well. But I'm looking forward to it. And not only it's going to be on Windows 11, but we're also going to get this new interface on Windows 10. So for everybody who has Windows 10, you'll be able to get this new refresh design as well. So you're not going to be left out in the code.
Exactly.
For Windows 10 and Windows 11, which is awesome because I have PowerPoint on my computer with Windows 10 Pro, and I'm still kind of scratching my head about Windows 11 and why they need to fix Windows 11 so bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm so upset with what Microsoft's doing with Windows 11. It just scratches my head to the point that okay, well, you need an internet connection, and then you need a Microsoft account to get Windows 11, and it's just like, okay, so what does this mean? Does this mean I have to pet it like a goldfish and take care of it? Like, are you guys nuts? I mean, what is this? I mean, this should be like Windows Goldfish Edition or something. I know. Windows, yeah, and it's gonna be the successor to the Windows ME.
Oh no!
The mistake edition. Yeah. You know what they should have called Windows ME? They should have called it Windows FE. Stands for Failure Edition. That's what they should have called it. Failure Edition. Because XP was better, but way better than ME. But
way
yeah,
better,
ME
yeah.
was just like blue screen of death after blue screen of death. And then you want to take a sledgehammer, you want to smash it with a sledgehammer.
Yes.
It's like if the technology gives you a middle finger, you take the sledgehammer and you just beat the devil out of it, like Bob Wash. You just beat the devil out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you wait and get Windows XP. Then you put the sledgehammer away, and then you can breathe a little easier that it's actually going to work this time instead of giving you the middle finger. But
Oh, jeez.
But I'm pretty sure they're gonna. Well, I don't know, but they really need to fix some things, because otherwise I'll just say screw it. I'll just get Windows 11 Pro, and that way I don't have to be on the internet just to set it up and have a Microsoft account, because people who don't have internet in their home and they buy a new computer, so it's like, okay, well, you can't use Windows 11, then you just use either a Mac or use Chromebook,
which I have
or whatever, or Linux.
Or Yeah, even though I don't need Linux anyway.
Um, but yeah, Chromebooks, they're great too. Although you do need to log in with a Google account, but other than that, it's great.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people complain about Chrome OS, but
Yeah.
for people who were excited about Windows 11, still be excited because you know what? They did this since 2013 when they announced the Xbox One. It's like, oh, this is going to be always online connectivity. You have to be online to use the Xbox, and this and that, and that caused a lot of outrage from gamers. They were going to be like the next Sega, where they're going to betray them. And it's a good thing they reversed the decision, because if they did not do that, then the Xbox One would not be here, and we wouldn't have the Xbox Series S and X.
Yeah.
And then people wouldn't be able to play Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy, and
it's crazy.
But yeah. So hopefully they rip their act together, because I think Windows 10 is a great operating system. Better than 7. Although a lot of people like 7. I don't know if it was either the operating system or it's just the HP one that I had that crashed on me after like 10-15 days. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, Windows 11 works amazing. They want to do the whole Mac style, and I hope it works out for them. But again, they got to fix some issues, because people are gonna just say, you know what, Microsoft, you need to do better than this, because you got billions of people using your products, and it's just, like I said, this is not necessary, to let the PC, you just don't do that.
You just don't.
Because I said, we've been using Windows since then, since '85 or so.
Yeah.
And then you get better every time with new versions, and then bam, here comes Windows 11, and I'm all excited about it. But then afterwards, people are so outraged, and they stay, dang it, they're still outraged.
Yeah.
I know my mouth is just like going like a million miles an hour, but and they're still outraged because of the stuff that, like, oh, you need an internet connection. I'm like, wait, well, then I guess I can't use this PC. Then what am I supposed to do?
Still.
But yeah, that should be the nickname for Windows 11. Just like Windows ME. Windows 11 is like the goldfish edition.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure they'll get their act together.
So.
For some reason, one way or the other, they're gonna figure out the hard way, because if it ain't broke, don't do anything, to get a, if it ain't broke, just don't fix it.
I
just
agree.
Keep it the way it is,
Yeah.
and just make everybody happy, because they wanna be productive at home. And oh, poor Grumpy, boy, he's melting outside. Oh boy, I feel bad for poor Grumpy melting like that. Poor Grumpy.
Yeah, poor Grumpy.
I know. It's just like you step outside and it's hot and humid, and then all of a sudden clay melts, and then Gumby goes bye and he melts away, just like the witch did.
Yeah, the witch on the Wizard of Oz 1949 movie, which I like.
Yeah.
Cool enough. But yeah.
So now I'm trying to figure out if there's any more topics, because I don't remember what the last topic was going to be.
Yeah.
And like I said,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, well, I gotta take a sip of water, because my throat's just, I don't know, it's just
you need
not
to.
letting me speak. But Um, man, I don't know. It's just I told you about this, Luke. Like, oh, well, okay, well, I got 4 topics, and then all of a sudden I can't figure out what the last topic's gonna be. I mean,
Oh God.
It's just like my brain's taking over, and it just doesn't want me to think about. Well, hey, you got this other topic. You forgot to do
You forgot to do it.
it. Yeah, it's just like it's taking over your brain, and then your brain melts away, and then you gotta think about.
What
you gotta,
surprises? Yeah.
say before you do it on the episode. But yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was right. November 2021. Yep.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I don't even know if I posted it on the group. I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did. Let me check.
Okay. Well. Yeah, because it's like I said, I mean, I'm in my own fantasy land. I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah. It's under the announcements. Let me check.
Unless if you're in the Adventures of Grouchland trying to get back home.
Oh God, help me.
Oh.
Yeah. I know.
Oh jeez, yeah. Oh,
It's just. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. I did not see anywhere. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know if I posted anything. Well, maybe I did about that one, but
yeah, you did that one. Photo. Yeah, I not see anything. Which is, yeah. Well, except for the fact you did.
Okay, that was the only one I posted.
Yeah, that's the only one you posted. Yeah. You like.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I think you've done enough topics,
Well, I'm gonna face palm because I don't even know what the fourth is gonna be. So I'm gonna have my hand and I'm gonna slap my forehead and I'm gonna do a face palm.
Yeah, you told me about because you told me 4 was a surprise, and then all of a sudden you didn't know what the surprise is.
No, I don't. So. And whatever that topic that I had for this episode, you're just gonna have to wait till the next episode,
Yeah, which is season 7
because I'm having a
finale.
brain freeze, and it's just like my brain's faulting at the same time, and I can't come up with another topic.
Yeah, so.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just like it's just like in a marathon where you have to. Want to cross Walmart and then get back home, after you get done with your exercise. Like, okay, I'm gonna run at Walmart and I'm gonna think about what I want at the store, and then my brain freezes like, nah, I don't remember what I wanted at Walmart, so I go home and just go to sleep.
Oh God.
And not even thinking about. Yeah, that's the same thing with the topic. So anyway, Luke. I know it's going to kick me in the butt, but I do not know what my last topic was going to be. Because I talked about the Sonic 2, and I talked about the Luca, and I talked about Office. And I'm upset with myself right now, and oh.
You'll think about it in the season 7 finale.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because once season finale is ending, I'm going to go ahead and take FWO a big hiatus.
Yeah. So, anyway, Luke, I hate to say this, but I think that's all the topics I have. And no, I'm not Pokey Pick, because I'm not stuttering like him. Yeah, so that's all my topics. And Yeah, I think I'm good. Just I don't remember what. Because like I said, I told you this, Luke, and then yesterday or Wednesday, and then oh crap! Now I forgot what this last topic's gonna be. So, but well, I guess you can consider Cartoon Explosion and the my radio show. I think that was probably gonna be my fourth topic anyway.
Yeah,
So
that was
I don't,
yeah,
but
blah blah
again, I
blah.
really have no idea if it was my topic or not. But maybe what I should do, because because as I age, my brain's just like taking off to Hawaii and doesn't want to come back. Um,
Yeah, I did wrote
or I
topics,
accidentally drop
which
my
is a
brain
good.
into a hot volcano.
Yeah, even though I did wrote
Um,
topics, which is a good thing.
yeah. But I think what I should do next time is just let you guys know what my topics are going to be. Bam, 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 and then I don't have a complete meltdown. Like, oh God, what is this last topic?
Blah blah
if Luke
blah
doesn't end the
blah
show right
blah
now, he's
blah.
gonna end up. He'll be. I don't know. I
I
mean,
don't know,
he'll
cause
be.
I'll be tired and I won't be attending the
Yeah.
party.
I mean, it's not like you, Luke, jumping up and down on your office chair, like Gary does, and whatnot.
Jump,
He's
jump,
just,
jump, oh
he's
yeah,
just
jokes.
jumping up and down with his office chair, and if that office chair breaks, he's gonna fall down in his tushy, just like your trampoline bounce on the double there, where you fall in
Yeah,
your tushy in that
yeah,
game.
yeah. Especially me when I jump up and down like jump, 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 jump. Oh yeah, in 2011.
Yeah. I'll be taking Garrison's thing, and you with the jump thing, and then you mash it in together, and I'll add the Double Dare NES game trampoline bounce, and you fall right on your butt in the
What?
same game. And yeah, Double Dare was my favorite game on the NES, and yeah, so I'm gonna say this. I think this is gonna be the last one. I plan on doing a showdown with Double Dare on the NES. I'll try to make the game as fair for each team, and you choose a team. Answer the question. There'll be an infinite time, unlimited time, so that way you don't have to worry about the clock going down to zero, and then you get all mad. While the game, getting with the angry faces and looking at you, and they're angry at you because you took too much time, or you get the one answer, and
Yeah.
then and they'll be like, dude, you guys did not know the answer,
You
and then they put
guys.
on a mad face, and the other team is happy, and yeah, and I gotta tell you, making those Double Dare memes on Facebook was the funnest thing.
It was the funnest thing.
Especially with the whole I'm gonna explain the rules of Double Dare meme, and yeah, I mean, I miss doing those memes with
Yeah.
Have a speech bubble and just say
You miss doing those. I have to create one of
Yeah,
those. I haven't created
it
one
was
of those
fun.
in years either.
So but yeah, so my plans are for the Double Dare NES showdown. And then when I get my Wheel of Fortune game, I'm going to be doing a 3-player showdown. I'll stream it on whatever Twitch or YouTube that matter. And I think just to make it fair, click on the link, and mute the video, and then freeze frame the video and see the puzzle, and that way you get a good idea of what the puzzle is. So that way you can end up winning the game and not get cheated out. Because I am going to use a phone or something, to stream in HD, obviously. Because obviously you're not going to be able to see the game because it's on an LCD screen.
Yeah.
And I think doing it in HD, it would probably make a difference, and then they can see the puzzle, and that way they can try to guess and have a friendly competition of this showdown.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do. Yeah.
Because I want to bring back the fun, bring back the fun and competitive side, because that's because I've always enjoyed competition. Especially with me being being on David 3000's Bless Your Luck thing,
Especially me.
and I bet you Luke, when he does his 12-hour live stream, he's probably gonna put on a fraud suit when he's streaming for 12 hours straight.
Oh God.
And I just hope that that someone doesn't do anything to him, like someone dressing up as an alligator.
God. Oh God.
I mean,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
yeah, and then you gotta swim away, and hopefully you don't have those web feet, and then you can try to run away from the alligator. Then you really screwed. But I have no idea. But I mean, who knows? I mean,
Who knows?
He could, like I said, David could dress up as a frog, or he could dress up as a cool cat. That's for you, Luke, by the way.
Yeah, that's for, if you watch this Derek Savage or Bob Show, whatever.
Yeah. And maybe one day I'll do a fiction book or do a fiction drama of Cool Cat versus Mr. Bucket and have that as a fictional story. Because I enjoy doing the whole fictional kind of stuff because it's not real, it's all fictional. So that means someone's not actually. It's just like someone's portraying the character and they don't actually, do all these weird things. So this is all fictional.
All fictional.
It's not real life. Just like the whole Billy and Mr. Bucket kind of thing. It's all fictional. It's just the variety and doing the entertainment side.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't even see the Nate. We're gonna push that even further with the whole shenanigans, thing.
Exactly.
Where I either voice as John Madden with the John Madden jokes, or can't do Sean Connery because he unfortunately passed away. But
yeah. Or Barney.
I mean, he's in heaven. He's in heaven. Want to see the tits now for 800, but yeah, SNL joke.
Yeah, Alex Trebek is dead now. Already done with. With Sean Connery.
Yeah, because he wants to see. Well, like I said, let it snow is the category, and then he says, "Let it now." So saying "let it snow" backwards. And, yeah.
Oh dear me.
Oh, I know.
I know. Yeah.
It's funny.
It's hilarious.
So, so that's pretty much it for me, Lucas. Again, whatever topic I had, for the fourth and final topic, let's just say that it's missing and I gotta go find it.
Yeah.
Like an Easter egg hunt. Just
Yeah.
like trying to find the egg before somebody else steals it from me, and then I have to pour eggs in their faces.
Or else I say, no!
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you got Louis Anderson saying good answer, and then he just walks away. And then the next thing you know, like, that's Louis Anderson. I'm like, okay, bye folks, see you later. All right. But,
Oh God.
yeah.
Oh.
Anyway. So, Luke, anything you want to add, or
There won't be any notes to talk about today, but there will be notes in November due to the fact that I have a hiatus coming up after next week's episode, so be on the lookout for that. But anyways, guys, that was for Friday's LukeJ62895 episode number 345. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned next week, which is going to be my grandmother Jeffers' 138th birthday, which is, she would have been 100 on July 24th, but be on the lookout for this on that day, which is going to be a huge one for next week's episode, and it's going to be a season 7 finale, so be on the lookout for that. Till next time.
And I will say this too. Hold on, I will say this. There's going to be some changes coming in season 8. I think what I'm going to do, Luke, is change the splash screen a bit. From the splash screen. I'm probably gonna give that a makeover and figure out the logos and everything for season 8. So maybe I'll throw something in, of a new splash screen for season 8. But yeah, so this is gonna be a season 7 finale that'll be coming next week. So anyway, thank you guys, and you can check me out on DeviantArt, and I'm at 200 right now.
Yep.
And I'm gonna plug my radio show, Remix Radio, Wednesday afternoons at 6 p.m. I won't be taking requests, but I will think about having a request line. And let's see, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be doing a 2-hour edition of the show. And the request line will be open at 5 p.m. on the Discord server. And it was an honor that I played the request that I had last night, like the Backstreet Boys and Tim McGraw. And I gotta tell you, that one song that I enjoy of Backstreet Boys is the song called Incomplete from 2005. That's like a great song, and such an awesome song, and they're known for a lot of other hits, and I played,
including my request I posted on yesterday.
Yeah, Never Break Your Heart. That came out in '95.
Yeah, I was born.
And yeah, so. Anyway, Luke, go ahead and sign out, and thanks everybody. And yeah, so all right, go ahead, Luke. Let's end the episode.
Yep. Until next time, so Joe's goodbye. Peace out, baby. We get more FW episodes and other things. We guys very soon. Till then, Joe out. See ya.